Our second story takes us on a journey on the Nile. We look at the tourism potential and how South Sudan stands to benefit from it.
Southern Sudan, a region previously marred by decades of fighting, has emerged out of the dark past and is now working towards peace and development. With the newfound peace, the government is making advances in encouraging businesses and partners to invest in the many opportunities available. Andrew Belcher, one of the first few businessmen in the region, has wasted no time in getting involved. With the Nile River in southern Sudan running free of tourists, Andrew, in collaboration with the Ministry of Wildlife Conservation and Tourism, put together a crew which launched the first ever post-war rafting expedition. The 5-day epic journey was organized to raft 170 kilometers of the Nile River, commencing from Nimle National Park down to the city of Juba. Peter Meredith, a Nile River expert who once rafted the Nile from its source in Uganda to the mouth at the Mediterranean, has come to give his support in setting up the tourism industry in southern Sudan.
When we did it in 2004, we'd stopped off in Juba for a few days, and then as we pulled off, there was an old guy standing on the banks of the river, and he watched us go past and he waved and he said, "When I see you, I see peace coming." And it was a great moment in the trip that we could at least show people along the banks that something was happening and give them some hope for the future. And it means a lot to me now, coming back to help now, hopefully in my own small way, in the building of this new country.
Rafting on the Nile is synonymous to Uganda, and the industry is booming with tourists paying hundreds of dollars for a go on the Nile. Southern Sudan stands to benefit from this shared resource. Striking white waters within the region raises potential for kayaking and rafting in southern Sudan. Even the natural varying landscapes from the mountainous terrains to the lush heavenly islands adds more value to any experience.
Having rafted around the world for more than 20 years, this place is totally untapped for the tourist market. It's unbelievably beautiful. I mean, of the sections of the Nile I've done, this is one of the most beautiful. And if it remains peaceful, this has got an enormous potential. Southern Sudan could do really well off its natural resources.
David Gressley, the United Nations Regional Coordinator for Southern Sudan, joined the 5-day expedition in support of the endeavor.
It's a river that has been very seldom visited, and it's almost a hidden part of the Nile. So it's very nice that now this is gradually coming out for everyone to enjoy.
The beauty of the Nile in the south, however, is yet in an undeveloped state. Much work is needed in the establishment of lodges, camp facilities, and good road networks leading towards the banks of the Nile.
Logistically, it's very, very difficult, but we've managed to make it work. There's a lot of challenges, you know, to try and organize something that's new in a country that's just developing tourism. We had to get the boats driven all the way from Jinja. We had to hire the professional Ugandans that have been doing this for the last 15 years to come here. We've had to drive this morning with a whole bunch of delegation. In fact, most of the people on the boat are safari company operators, and they're here to promote tourism.
They are coming, actually, we're opening the corridors now for tourism and people to come to Southern Sudan. We have a lot to offer in terms of tourism. We have a lot to offer in terms of activities. We have a lot to offer in terms of scenic places where tourists want to go and see.
The current security situation in the south, if not addressed quickly, will serve as a deterrent to tourists coming to the region. As Southern Sudan ushers in the birth of a new nation, it is hoped that more investors can pour in to support developmental initiatives with the new government and move South Sudan swiftly along its true course.